In every life, there exists a moment, a turning point, where everything changes, not because the world shifts around you, but because you change yourself. It's the instant you come to a profound realization, the search for the perfect time, the ideal circumstances, or the perfect opportunity is a fool's errand. The Stoics teach us a crucial lesson here. Life doesn't reward good intentions or idle daydreams, it rewards action. The true power lies in your ability to choose, right now, to act decisively, regardless of the circumstances. This is the power of transformation, yours to seize in the present. The Stoics understood that life's true turning points don't come from external forces. They arise when we decide to take charge of our own response to the world. These are the moments that don't just alter the course of your day, but change the trajectory of your life. Whether it's facing a challenge with courage, stepping into unknown territory, or finally taking the leap toward a long-held dream, it's in those critical decisions that we shape our path. The philosophy of Stoicism tells us that no matter what external circumstances may be, the power to change is always within us, within our own actions, our thoughts, and our responses. Right now, you hold the key to a radical transformation. The moment you decide to act, to confront the current moment with intention and clarity, is the moment that your life begins to realign with purpose. These inflection points are not always obvious, nor are they dramatic. Often, they occur in the quietest of moments, when we choose integrity over ease, discipline over indulgence, courage over fear. By embracing this mindset, you can unlock the potential for change that's been inside you all along. The Stoic call to action is a reminder that now is always the perfect time to take control, align your life with your values, and step boldly into the future you want to create. Embracing turning points, the crossroads of growth. Life's turning points are often disguised as chaos, uncertainty, or even pain. They are the moments when the familiar dissolves, and we're left standing at a crossroads, uncertain which path to take. But what if these junctures aren't random disruptions? What if they are invitations, opportunities to redefine ourselves and recalibrate our lives? The Stoics viewed turning points as pivotal moments where our character is forged. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Obstacles, challenges, or shifts are not threats. They are the universe's nudge toward transformation. To embrace a turning point is to step into a new chapter of your story with courage and intention. Imagine a ship in a storm. The winds howl, the waves crash, and the captain has two choices: panic or navigate. Panic ensures the ship will drift aimlessly or crash. But navigation, however difficult, harnesses the storm, turning its power into progress. Life's turning points are much like that storm. How you choose to respond determines whether you succumb or evolve. These moments ask us to let go of what no longer serves us, whether it's an old habit, a toxic relationship, or a limiting belief. But letting go is only half the equation. The other half is stepping forward, embracing uncertainty with a sense of curiosity and trust. After all, every major breakthrough in history, every leap in personal growth, was born from someone daring to embrace the unknown. So, when the ground shifts beneath your feet, resist the urge to cling to stability. See the turning point for what it truly is, a rare chance to rewrite your narrative. As the Stoics teach, the only way to shape the future is to act with virtue, courage, and clarity in the present. Every turning point is an opportunity, not just to change your direction, but to transform who you are. Will you seize it? My story of transformation, from shadows to strength. Transformation doesn't arrive with fanfare, it sneaks in, often disguised as struggle. My journey began in such a moment, a time when life felt more like a labyrinth than a path. I was lost, tangled in self-doubt, and weighed down by the pressure to be everything for everyone. The turning point wasn't a sudden epiphany, it was a slow, grueling realization. The life I was living wasn't the life I wanted. One evening, in a quiet moment of despair, I stumbled upon a Stoic principle that would become my lifeline. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. It hit me like a revelation. I had spent years trying to control the uncontrollable, letting external chaos dictate my inner peace. The first step in my transformation was terrifying, letting go of blame. I stopped pointing fingers at circumstances, people, or luck and turned the lens inward. What could I change? The answer was simple, yet profound: myself. My thoughts, my habits, my perspective, these were my domain. From there, the transformation gained momentum. I adopted daily reflection, asking myself, what can I do better today? Where did I stray from virtue? Each day became a microcosm of growth, a chance to inch closer to the person I wanted to become. Slowly, the haze of uncertainty lifted, revealing a version of me I had never met, resilient, focused, and grounded. There were setbacks, of course. Growth is never linear. But even in those moments, the lessons of Stoicism reminded me to embrace the struggle. As Seneca wrote, "Difficulty strengthens the mind, as labor does the body." Every challenge became a stepping stone, a necessary part of the process. What I learned along the way is this: transformation is not about becoming someone else. It's about uncovering the person you've always been, buried beneath fear, doubt, and distraction. My story is far from unique. It's proof that no matter how lost you feel, no matter how steep the climb, change is possible. The key lies in taking that first step, no matter how small, and committing to the journey. And now, here I am, not perfect but transformed, living proof that the power to change lies within us all. Are you ready to uncover yours? The power of mentorship, unlocking the keys to growth. No one transforms in isolation. Behind every great success story is often a figure who guided, challenged, and inspired, a mentor. Mentorship is more than just guidance. It is a catalyst for growth, a powerful dynamic that can redefine what's possible for both the mentor and the mentee. My journey is living proof of its transformative power. A turning point in perspective. For years, I tried to navigate life's complexities alone, believing that self-reliance was the ultimate virtue. But there came a time when my progress felt stagnant, my efforts like running on a treadmill, constant motion, no forward momentum. It was then that I encountered my first mentor, someone whose wisdom illuminated paths I didn't even know existed. This mentor didn't give me a map, they gave me a compass. They didn't tell me what to do, they asked me questions that made me reconsider everything I thought I knew. What are you afraid of? What's holding you back? Are you aiming for what truly matters? These weren't easy questions, but they were necessary. A mentor's role is not to provide comfort, it's to challenge complacency. What makes mentorship so powerful? 1. Perspective beyond your own. A mentor offers more than just advice. They provide a fresh lens through which to view your life and challenges. They've walked their own paths, made their own mistakes, and achieved their own victories. Their perspective is like a lantern, illuminating the pitfalls you might not yet see and revealing opportunities hidden in the shadows. 2. Accountability with compassion. Left to our own devices, it's easy to let goals slip or rationalize why we're not progressing. A mentor doesn't let that happen. They hold you accountable, not with harsh judgment but with a compassionate push. They remind you that you're capable of more, even when you doubt yourself. 3. A bridge to opportunities. Mentorship is often a doorway to opportunities you might never access alone. Whether it's connections, resources, or simply encouragement at the right time, mentors can amplify your efforts and open doors to possibilities you hadn't imagined. The two-way street of mentorship. What many people overlook is that mentorship is not a one-sided transaction. It's a partnership of mutual growth. As much as I gained from my mentors, they often expressed how our relationship enriched their own lives. They saw their younger selves in my struggles and rediscovered their own lessons as they shared them with me. This reciprocity is what makes mentorship so magical. It's not about one person being superior to the other, it's about both growing stronger through the exchange of wisdom, experience, and trust. How to find your mentor. Mentors don't always come labeled as such. Sometimes, they appear as colleagues, teachers, or even friends. The key is to recognize those who inspire you, challenge your thinking, and embody qualities you admire. Approach them with humility and curiosity, not as someone seeking answers, but as someone eager to learn and grow. Becoming a mentor yourself. Mentorship is a cycle. Once you've benefited from its power, you naturally want to pass it on. Becoming a mentor isn't about having all the answers. It's about sharing your journey, listening deeply, and encouraging others to uncover their potential. And here's the secret: in guiding others, you continue to grow yourself. Each question they ask, each challenge they face, reminds you of your own lessons and keeps your growth alive. The legacy of mentorship. Looking back, the mentors in my life didn't just change my direction, they changed my mindset. They taught me that true growth is not about independence but interdependence. We rise not by standing on our own but by standing on the shoulders of those who came before us and lifting others in turn. Mentorship is a gift that keeps giving, creating ripples that extend far beyond the initial relationship. A word of encouragement, a piece of advice, or a nudge toward a better choice. These small acts can change lives in ways we may never fully understand. So, the question is, who will you seek to guide you? And when the time comes, who will you guide? The power of mentorship is not in what you receive, but in how it propels you to become more, and help others do the same. Taking responsibility, the key to reclaiming your power. There's a moment in every journey where the truth becomes unavoidable. The life you're living is a reflection of your choices. It's a daunting realization, but also one of the most liberating. Taking responsibility for your life is not about accepting blame, it's about seizing control. It's about shifting from being a passenger on the ride of life to becoming the driver. For years, I clung to the comforting illusion that my struggles were someone else's fault, bad luck, unfair circumstances, or the actions of others. It was easier to point outward than to look inward. But this mindset left me powerless, reacting to life rather than shaping it. Then came the wake-up call, a moment of undeniable clarity. I realized that waiting for others to fix my problems or for the world to align perfectly was a futile game. If I wanted change, I had to start with the one thing I could control, myself. The mindset shift. Taking responsibility doesn't mean blaming yourself for everything that's gone wrong. Instead, it's about owning your responses to life's challenges. You may not control the events that unfold, but you control how you interpret and act on them. This is where your power lies. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, summed it up perfectly. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This truth shifted my perspective. Every setback became an opportunity to ask, what can I learn from this? How can I grow stronger? The courage to face reality. Taking responsibility demands courage. It requires you to confront uncomfortable truths, habits that hold you back, fears that paralyze you, and excuses that keep you stagnant. But in doing so, you unlock the ability to change them. It's like shining a light in a dark room. You can finally see what needs to be rearranged. For me, this process began with daily reflection. I asked myself tough questions. Am I living according to my values? Where have I let fear dictate my actions? What can I do today to move closer to my goals? These questions weren't easy, but they were necessary. They became the foundation of a life built on intentionality rather than passivity. Responsibility transforms obstacles into stepping stones. When you stop seeing challenges as things happening to you and start seeing them as opportunities to grow, your entire outlook changes. A failed relationship becomes a lesson in communication. A missed promotion becomes a chance to reassess your goals. Every setback becomes a teacher. More importantly, taking responsibility restores your sense of control. You're no longer at the mercy of external forces. Instead, you're actively shaping your life, one choice at a time. When you take responsibility, it doesn't just change your life, it impacts those around you. Your example inspires others to do the same. You become a person of integrity, someone who owns their actions and keeps their commitments. This ripple effect strengthens relationships, builds trust, and creates a positive influence on your community. There's a profound shift that occurs when you embrace responsibility. You move from being a victim to being a creator. Victims see life as something that happens to them. Creators see life as something they can shape. This doesn't mean you won't face adversity. It means you'll face it with resilience and purpose. Taking responsibility doesn't mean you won't make mistakes. It means you'll own them, learn from them, and grow because of them. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. If you're waiting for someone to save you, stop. The hero you're waiting for is already within you. Take ownership of your choices, your mindset, and your path. Ask yourself, what small step can I take today to reclaim my power? It doesn't have to be monumental. Every great transformation starts with a single, deliberate action. Taking responsibility is not a burden, it's a gift. It's the moment you stop being a passive observer of your life and become the active architect of your destiny. And when you do, you'll discover that the power to change your life was always in your hands. The Stoic call to action, living as a warrior of virtue. Imagine standing at the crossroads of existence, one path leading to complacency and ease, the other to growth and greatness. The Stoics beckon you down the ladder, not with promises of comfort, but with the assurance of purpose. Their call to action is not a whisper but a resounding challenge, to rise, to act, and to embody the virtues that define a life well lived. Why action matters. The Stoics didn't just philosophize, they lived their wisdom. They understood that knowledge without action is hollow, a shadow of its potential. Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher, proclaimed, "Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it." This is the essence of the Stoic call to action. It's not enough to admire virtue from afar. You must step forward and make it your own. This is where transformation happens, not in thought alone, but in the courage to act. The path of virtue, a practical guide. The Stoic call to action isn't abstract, it's grounded in the pursuit of four cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These aren't lofty ideals reserved for the extraordinary. They're tools for navigating life's chaos with clarity and strength. Wisdom, pause before reacting. Reflect on what truly matters. Make decisions rooted in reason, not impulse. Courage, step into discomfort. Face fears and challenges with resolve, knowing they forge resilience. Justice, treat others with fairness and compassion. Act not just for yourself, but for the greater good. Temperance, resist excess. Seek balance in your desires and actions, finding strength in moderation. Every day offers an opportunity to practice these virtues. The question is, will you seize it? The battle within. The Stoic life is not without struggle. In fact, it thrives on it. Marcus Aurelius, an emperor burdened by immense responsibility, wrote in his Meditations, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Obstacles are not barriers. They are the proving ground for your character. When faced with difficulty, the Stoic asks not, "Why me?" but "What can I do?" This mindset turns life's trials into opportunities for growth, sharpening your resolve and deepening your understanding of what it means to live virtuously. Action in the present moment. The Stoics emphasize that the only time you truly possess is now. The past is unchangeable, the future uncertain. Action must happen in the present, where your choices shape your reality. Consider this. How often do we procrastinate, waiting for the perfect moment to begin? The Stoic call to action reminds us that perfection is an illusion. The time to act is always now. Start small if you must, but start. The ripple effect of living stoically. When you heed the Stoic call to action, you don't just transform your own life, you inspire others. Your example becomes a beacon, showing that integrity, resilience, and purpose are not just possible but profoundly impactful. You become the kind of person who doesn't just weather the storms of life but thrives amidst them, inspiring others to do the same. Answering the call. The Stoic call to action isn't about grand gestures. It's about living intentionally in every moment. It's about showing up, even when it's hard, and choosing virtue over convenience. It's about being the kind of person who faces life with courage, clarity, and compassion. Ask yourself, what virtue can I embody today? What small step can I take to align my actions with my values? How can I turn today's challenges into opportunities for growth? Setting concrete, actionable goals. The art of building your path. Life without clear goals is like wandering through a dense forest without a map. You may move, but each step feels aimless. The Stoics believe that a life without direction risks being wasted on trivialities, distractions, or reactive choices. setting concrete, actionable goals provides clarity and purpose, aligning your actions with your deepest values. These goals act as milestones on your journey, giving structure to your efforts and transforming abstract aspirations into meaningful progress. The key to setting actionable goals lies in their specificity and alignment with your values. A vague desire like, "I want to improve my life," lacks the clarity needed for action. Instead, break it down. "I will dedicate 30 minutes daily to learning a new skill," or "I will practice gratitude by journaling 3 things I'm thankful for each night." These tangible steps not only make your goals achievable but also cultivate a sense of accomplishment, keeping you motivated. For the Stoics, goals were never about vanity or external validation. They were about growth and virtue, courage and wisdom. Equally important is focusing on the process rather than being fixated on the outcome. While we cannot control the results, we can control the effort we put in. By committing to deliberate, consistent action, you develop resilience and inner peace. Even when circumstances thwart your plans, you learn and grow through the process. Goals rooted in Stoic philosophy are not just tasks to complete, they're a roadmap for becoming the best version of yourself. Each step, no matter how small, is a movement toward a life of purpose, fulfillment, and harmony with the world. The greater good, living beyond yourself. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies a profound call to transcend personal desires and connect with a higher purpose, the greater good. It's easy to become wrapped up in the pursuit of personal success. But the Stoics remind us that true fulfillment comes not from self-centered gains but from contributing to something larger than ourselves. They believe that we are all interconnected, and our actions ripple through the lives of others. When we act with the greater good in mind, we align ourselves with the natural order of life, creating harmony not only within ourselves but also in the world around us. The greater good is not about grand, heroic deeds. It's about everyday acts of kindness, justice, and wisdom that elevate those around us. Imagine the profound impact of a single person dedicating their efforts to helping others, supporting their community, or simply acting with integrity in their personal relationships. It's in these small yet powerful moments that we fulfill our role as members of a shared humanity. The Stoics believe that when we contribute to the collective well-being, we not only help others but we also discover a deeper sense of purpose and satisfaction that personal achievements alone can never provide. This perspective shifts the focus from, "What can I get?" to, "What can I give?" It's a radical reframe that doesn't diminish our own aspirations but elevates them. The greater good asks us to live with humility, authenticity, and compassion, recognizing that true greatness lies in the impact we have on others. It reminds us that our lives gain meaning not through accumulation or accolades, but through the contributions we make, whether they're as small as a kind word or as significant as leading others toward a more just and meaningful life. In this sense, the pursuit of the greater good is not only an act of selflessness, it's the path to a richer, more connected existence. No matter how small the actions we take, they ripple outward, touching lives in ways we may never fully understand. Each step toward virtuous living, each effort to grow and give, creates waves of impact that extend far beyond our immediate reach. When we commit ourselves to living in line with Stoic principles, seeking wisdom, practicing virtue, and contributing to the greater good, we align ourselves with the deepest truths of life. We not only enrich our own existence but also become a positive force in the lives of others, creating a life of meaning and lasting impact. As you continue on this journey, know that every small step you take towards personal growth and contribution is part of something much larger than yourself. Thank you for being a part of this Stoic journey with us today. If this message resonated with you, there's more to explore. Another video awaits you, delving deeper into how you can apply Stoic principles in your everyday life. Don't hesitate. Click now and continue on the path toward a life of purpose, wisdom, and fulfillment. Together, let's keep learning, growing, and living the Stoic way. Each day is an opportunity to make a meaningful impact, to live with purpose, and to leave the world better than we found it. See you in the next one.